TT Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'm going to let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to give some shots out to the early birds, starting with Connie Hart. What's up? Gilbert Rodriguez. Chris Smith. What it do? Sanji. What's up? Adam Kuto. Calico Cat 10. Donita Ballard. What's up? Who we got here? Daron Calvin. Okay. All right. Okay, fam. I'm going in. Going in. Let me see what we got here. Let me put up a pic. There's Kamala Harris. That is the woman who is running for president of these United States. I don't know. You know what? Every time I say United States, it feels awkward because these states are anything but united. I want to say ununited states, because we are absolutely as divided. In fact, divided actually sounds better. It sounds more appropriate. The divided states of America. That's what the name should be changed to. Divided States of America, DS. We need to stop using the US and start saying DS, divided states. In any event, this guy right here, he interviewed Kamala Harris back in June. And there's a video clip that's circulating right now of him from that interview, specifically telling a crowd of Black folks, actually Black men, that was this a conference of 100 Black Men of America conference in downtown Atlanta. And Steve Harvey, he just came right out, made it crystal clear that we're not trying to ask Kamala Harris any hardball questions about why she should deserve our vote. We're not here to ask her for anything. We're just here to support her. So he said, he defended that he's defended his position of sticking to easy questions during the interview. Now, while the appearance was not an official campaign event, it occurred amid the Biden administration's push to shore up Black support going into the 2024 presidential election. So remember now, this is before Biden stepped down. This interview happened before Biden stepped down. As Steve Harvey led the conversation about Kamala's economic opportunity tour, he explained his intentions to the audience. These are his words. Before y'all start calling my radio show and DMing me talking about why you ain't asked no hard-hitting questions, that ain't what this is. I'm throwing a lob. This is an alley-hoop for a dunk because this administration needs to get the word out what they're actually doing and what they're actually accomplishing. So we can stop all this foolishness about what you doing for Black people. Just for Black people and expect to get in the White House is what he's saying. You can't just do something for the Black people and expect to get in the White House. You got to play the game different. Y'all know what this is. So now this next question is another lob for her to dump. He later went on to tell Black Americans they need to vote if they want to be able to ask for something from the government later. See, I'm on the radio show. I'm hearing all these people talking about I'm not voting if they not doing nothing for us. Listen to me. If you do not vote, the analytics show it. If we don't vote, how are we going to ask for something next time? If you ain't got no voting power, you talking about reparations. Ain't nobody finna give you no reparations if you don't vote. Well, you think they finna give us some money? No, how, man? I hope they do. They owe us. I'll go down there. I'll go down there. Let's go back. Let's go back to this quote. Listen to me. If you do not vote, the analytics show, if we don't vote, how are we going to ask for something next time? And people really be listening to this dude like he's really smart. You see, family, the way this thing goes is, if you want me to do something for you, you got to do something for me. And we got to work our deal out before I do something for you. We got to have a deal on the table. Otherwise, once you get in, you ain't really got to do nothing. You should because you owe me. But if I ain't worked out no terms, you can just give me whatever you want to give me. Imagine, family, imagine hiring a guy to paint your house. That's something that everybody can relate to, right? You hire a guy to paint your house. And y'all ain't worked out no type of deal. All you know is the guy's going to paint the house. You ain't worked out no type of deal. The guy finishes painting the house. And all of a sudden, the guy is asking you for, I don't know, $20,000. Hold on, man. Well, let's be more reasonable. Let's say the guy is asking you for, let's say you got an average size house and he painted your whole house and he only charged you, let's say, I don't know, $3,000. You got a deal. Wait a minute. We ain't worked the deal out. I think that's too high. In fact, you painted the house. We ain't worked out no deal. Really, I can give you what I want to give you because we ain't worked no deal out. I could say, man, take this $200, man, and be happy. That's enough to make you want to do something to somebody, right? Well, that's the position that Black folks find themselves in over and over and over again, but we never do anything to them. We keep painting the house and not working out the payment, not working out what we gonna charge. The way politics work, just in case anybody don't know, I'm sure it's one or two people that don't know on here. Everybody, before they give you their vote, they ask for what they want. In fact, they make demands for what they want. Now, believe it or not, we actually have experience in demanding what we want. We got experience. Remember 2020, when we demanded, collectively, not all of us, but we demanded that Joe Biden put a black woman on the ticket as his running mate, and we'll give him the White House. Voting is transactional. We said, you put a black woman on your ticket as your running mate, and we'll give you the White House. You got our votes. That's a deal. That's working out a deal. We understood that. So why we can't have other demands, something that's more tangible, something that actually has some meat in it, some teeth, something that has some teeth. Why we can't ask for something up front? Steve Harvey sounds like a damn fool. The other side asking for what they want. They got a whole manifesto. They got a laundry list of things that they want. And if Trump wants that vote, he gonna have to at least act like he is going to give it to. He got to act like he's going to give it to him. He reneges on a lot of his promises, but he at least will make them think he's going to give them something. Another thing, boy, I'm so sick and tired of these people who might have a large following or whatever, talking down when they talking to black folks. It don't matter how educated the room is. It don't matter how many people in the room got PhDs and bachelors and masters and associates, and it don't matter how many people wrote books. When these black people who got big platforms, oftentimes when they speak, including the politicians, when they speak to the black community, they really talk in a condescending manner. Like, listen to me. Now, y'all listen to me. What the fuck you mean, listen to you? They be talking like the black community collectively is a bunch of children, like a bunch of little kids. When you hear people talk condescending, I don't care what they look like. They think they're above you. These are people who think that they're above members of the black community. Sometimes they're black, sometimes they're other colors. But they all think that they're above the black community. And I get it why some of them would think that way, because some of us are followers. We do take our notes, we take our script from our enemies. Some of us, we move any way the wind blows. Whatever they tell us, this is what we're doing now, we just kind of get on board and we do the same thing, whatever they do. And usually they weaponize the media to get their point across. They have writers. Most of the people in media, they part of the programming, the propaganda. So if they want you to think one way, they'll put out hit pieces against anybody that's against that. Everything that they do is intentional. All of the stories come out and they support one side. And then subconsciously, you're thinking, I don't want to be ostracized. I don't want to be left out. So this is the way everybody thinking. This is the way they're going. This is what they're accepting. So I guess that's what I got to accept. And because you've been trained, you've been programmed to be a follower, not lead, not really be a free thinker. You just kind of get on in line and accept whatever they're doing. Like right now, you got a lot of men who run around here painting their fingernails, arching their eyebrows, wearing men purses, blouses. Mainstream media supports that behavior. And if you say something about it, they're going to call you a homophobe. And your girl might even attack you. Man, what's wrong with you? Did something happen to you when you were little? Yeah. I don't like that testosterone. Too much testosterone. Bad thing. I don't like that masculinity. So now they got you feeling self-conscious. You be like, man, I really don't want to say nothing, man. You say something, man, they're going to attack me. You're getting attacked over here. You're getting attacked over here. And then what you do? You just kind of shut down and don't even say anything. That's one of the reasons these red pill podcasts have taken off, because it's giving men a voice. And some of these dudes who got these podcasts, they all the way to the left, they wrong. They dead wrong. But that's what happens when you go too far in any direction. You know, some people are going to overdo it. Some of those podcasts, those guys who run them, you know, they call a strike and a ball. They're fair and balanced. But others are totally lopsided. They ain't got no clue what the hell they're saying. Steve Harvey is the last person anybody should be listening to for sage advice. But people are going to listen to him anyway because he got money. And in this country, if you got money, you make sense. If you got dollars, you make sense in this country. People sell their soul for a jelly roll around here, man. You got a little money, man, they'll give it up. You got a little money, they'll go buy the jelly, they'll go buy the Vaseline, strip butt naked and bent over. Here you go. Take your time. Going into the comments. Marlon Reed, what up? Louisiana, what it do? The Mad Hatter. American Pride. It's 2024. If you are oppressed, then you choose to be. Sound good. Sound good. If you got a, let me ask you this. Would you rather people try to deal with that civilly, Or would you rather them just take up arms and start downing whoever they deem to be an oppressor? Which one you want? Oh, and by the way, if it really go down, it ain't gonna turn out like you think it's gonna turn out. Tiana Ramsey, what's up? Vertica J, unapologetic. J Wheel, what it look like? Ruth Ed. Rakia Logan. Rakia Logan. Rakia Logan think he or she, I guess that's a dude, a girl. Rakia Logan thinks she really said something. Check this out. Democrats have definitely made life easier for Black people with health care, food stamps, free education, free lunch food stamps, Section 8, Affordable Care Act. Everything that you're talking about that you're trying to act like Black people got a lock on, white folks, Hispanics, and even Asians take advantage of those same resources. And here's another thing I want you to understand. Anybody paying taxes deserve these damn services anyway, because these taxes are ridiculous. You got to pay tax on the money you earn. Then you have to pay tax on the money you spend. Think about that. So any of these social services that you call yourself supposed to be linking Black folks to exclusively, taking advantage of the system, ain't nobody taking advantage of none of that shit, because your taxes pay for it. So if the taxes pay for it, why the hell should anybody be embarrassed about using those services? That's what the taxes are supposed to be for. That's why you pay taxes. See, that's why this channel is important. That's why it's important. So you can have, so when they come with that type of rhetoric, you can bust back, bring some real balance so we can change the narrative. See, for a long time, they were able to control the narrative with the masses. That's hopeful. The trip part about it is the people that talk like that, it's the same talking points. It's the same talking points over and over and over again. They just regurgitate the same, no original ideas, no original comments, same talking points. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Black people built this country. You can hate on it all you want. You can hate the statement all you want. But Black people built this country. Our ancestors built this country and never got compensated for building this country, which means that any compensation due to them is rewarded or should be rewarded to their descendants, us. So black people shouldn't be paying for nothing around here. Black people shouldn't be paying for housing. We shouldn't be paying taxes. We shouldn't be paying for school. We shouldn't be paying for none of this shit. It's already a debt that's been paid. And if you want to go further than that, a lot of this stuff ain't none of us supposed to be paying for. We already pay for the roads. We already paying for the tolls. We pay for the toll roads, but they charge us to drive on the toll roads. We already paid for it. If you really want to just break it all the way down, we already pay for schools. Public schools. Yeah, public school. These public schools paid for by taxpayer dollars. School should be free. It's free in other countries. University is free in other countries. It's free. Healthcare is free. Americans have been bamboozled. The only reason why we can't fathom it being free because we've been programmed to pay. We've been programmed. Which is another reason why, because people have all of these bills to pay, it's hard to earn a living wage. People are more on the edge in America. People are angry. People suffer from drug addiction, alcoholism. They don't have these type of problems in some of the other countries because they don't have that financial burden. Now, if these other countries that ain't got a fraction of the money that the United States have can do that, if they can make sure that their citizens are taken care of, if they can make sure that they ain't got people living on the streets, why we can't do it? Because evil people are at the top. Evil people are at the top, and their evil energy trickles down into other households in America. Pac said it, yeah. You got money for war, but can't feed the poor? They ain't never been short on money for war. When the last time you heard them say, well, we can't defend ourselves because we don't have the money. We can't build more bombs because we don't have the money. We can't build nukes because we just don't have the money. We need nukes to protect ourselves from enemy attacks, but we don't have the money. We can't get the money. But ask them about some damn after-school program. Oh, man, we ain't got no money for that, man. Ask them for some money to feed the hungry. Oh, man, we ain't got no. Ask them for some money to shelter the homeless. Oh, man, you know, hey, we just ain't got the money for that. Nah, we ain't got the money. Money tight. Ask them for some money to build a new sports arena. They got it. Just like that. They got the money. They want to build a new park. They got the money just like that. They got it. Want a museum? They got that money, man. They got that money. These are projects that's cost hundreds of millions of dollars. They got that money just like that. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to know what kind of money funneled through this country. And we got people living on the streets, in parks, under bridges. It's embarrassing. You got people that go out and work 5, 6 days a week and barely can feed their families. It's embarrassing. So when I hear somebody like Steve Harvey say, don't be asking for nothing, we ain't here for that. We here to listen to them tell us what they've been doing and what they gonna do. That's embarrassing. What voting is transactional. You want something from me, I want something from you. Let's cut a deal. Let's make a deal. It's transactional. And everybody know that, it appears, except many of us. If you vote for somebody and they're not going to give you something, if they can get your vote without giving you something, what makes you think that next time they'll give you something when they didn't have to give you anything the last time? Now, don't get me wrong, fam. This ain't some rally for Trump. I subscribe to the philosophy, anybody but Trump. But don't tell me we can't ask for something. Don't tell me we can't make demands. Don't tell me wait till she get in office. We tried that before. Remember 2008? Barack Obama? Remember that? Well, let's just get him in office. Let's not be too hard. Let's not ask too many hard questions. Let's just get him in. And once he get in, he gonna look out. He gonna look out. Now, man, what you gonna do? Oh, he got to look out, man. He a black man. He gonna look out for us, man. He gonna make sure that we can cut into this unemployment. He gonna make sure that the police ain't on our heads, like they've been doing. He gonna make sure that the courts don't disproportionately sentence us. He gonna make sure that the police stop profiling us. He gonna look out. What changed? Nothing. Well, Barack did Obamacare. He gave us Obamacare. Barack gave everybody Obamacare. Everybody got it. We talking about, we have a unique set of issues in America, which means we need a unique set of resolutions in America. Black people are the only people in this country that are targeted by their own government for failure on every level. You may not like what I'm saying, but you can't call me a liar. On every level, Black folks are targeted by this government. Educational, health, employment, agriculture, transportation, even in the clergy. We'll get into that later. But those of you who are in the clergy know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, does that mean we roll over in a big old ball and cry and die? No. We're going to still keep hitting like our ancestors did it. You know, they had a whole lot less and made a whole lot more pop. So we ain't got no excuse. We got a reason, but no excuses. Can't afford to roll over. Can't afford to not squabble. Can't afford to not get down. Can't afford to not go out there, get it, and come back with it. But we also can't afford to act like these issues don't exist. We can't afford to act like we don't know what the source of the problem is. We can't play dumb. Designer Junkie Yoshi says, I'm tired of black folks telling each other the problems. I want to get to the solutions and how we get started on the solutions. If you don't know how we get started on the solutions, you ain't gonna never know. If you don't know by now, you ain't gonna never know. It's simple. Each one, reach one, teach one. Start with yourself. Put in the work. Take what you know how to do and be great at that. Start there. Start there. And each one, reach one, teach one. Once you get it down, pass it around. That's how that go. It ain't complicated. And everybody ain't gonna make it. Let's get used to that. Just like in these other groups. Everybody ain't gonna make it in these other groups. Everybody ain't on board with whatever they trying to do in these other groups either. They may be more so on board than black folks are, but they ain't all on board. I don't know where people be getting this stuff from. Man, everybody united except us. Everybody, you must don't be around other people. You must ain't never had no other friends outside of black folks. You must ain't never lived nowhere but around black folks if you don't know how other cultures get down and how other cultures be beefing, going to war, killing each other, lying on each other, stabbing each other in the back. When I start hearing black folks say, man, we the only ones, that let me know right there, you don't really have no experience around people outside of your own. You don't have no experience outside. Got me a troll. Now I'm going to ban this troll, right? But first, I'm going to mentally torture the troll by disparaging the troll. The troll is thinking to themselves right now, damn, is he talking about me? I know I ain't shit, but is he talking about me or is he talking about somebody else who ain't shit? Damn, he gonna block me. I hope he don't block me because I got something else. Well, one more thing I want to say. No, sucker, you get one chance around here. You get one chance. You get one chance to show your butt and you out of here. So, and you really don't get that. In fact, you get 0 chances. I know you're sitting there thinking, damn, is he going to do, man, block me, put me out of my misery, put me out of my misery. Yeah, I'm about to put you out of your misery. First, I got to tell you something about your mama and your daddy. They never loved you. Your mama never loved you, your daddy never loved you. This is why you became a troll. You've had a hard time in relationships. Nobody really likes you. You don't have any friends. You know how I know you don't have any friends? Because friends don't let friends troll. You ain't got nothing else better to do with your time than to come on somebody else's platform and be disrespectful. You are an uncivilized mutt. And for that, I am going to treat you like everybody else has treated you in your dirty, low-down, nothing life. I'm going to neglect you. I'm going to dismiss you. I am going to ban you for life from this channel. You're unfit to live amongst the civilized. Have a good trip. And that's how you get rid of a troll. Don't even acknowledge their name. Don't even acknowledge it. Lanita Pittman. What's up, Martina Curtis? Latino for Trump. Latino for Trump. Boy, that just sounds like an oxymoron, but it's a real thing. Jarubu. Was that Jarubu? No. Jarabu. Jarabu. Mopinduzi. Boy, that's a cold name right there, man. Now, that's Mapinduzi. Jarubu Mapinduzi. Ooh-wee. Monique, Chuck Wagon, creative genius. Chuck, tell him, Chuck, we get rid of trolls over here because trolls are hoes. Sam Tolden, what's up, Sam? Fast Eddie. Tasha Robinson. Y'all see that, fam? See, I let the Latino for Trump, I let them make their comments, whatever. As long as they respectful, we good, man. I don't expect everybody to agree with me, man. I'm not that type of dude. I'm not built like that. Maybe you'll say something that I can agree with, I just happen to think something's wrong with you if you like the guy. I think something's mentally off, but hey, it's not your fault. That's how you get along with everybody today. Just say, it's not your fault. Usually when somebody says it's not your fault, they're trying to sell you something. Hey, you're 800 pounds overweight, but it's not your fault. You're in prison for selling 2 kilos of dope. This is you on the video. This is you actually saying on social media, taunting the police. You're taunting the FBI saying, come and get me. But it's not your fault. Jeanette says Democrats have allowed illegals to get $5,000 in cash and 10 $1,000 food monthly on EBT cards, while Black veterans are getting only $23 a month. Let me ask you this, Jeanette. Was Black veterans getting $23 a month before the Democrats got in? When Trump was in, what was the Black veterans getting then? And was the illegals getting anything? Let me tell you how this go, fam. I know, because y'all been stuck on this Democrat, Republican. I just don't like Trump. And I think the only reason why the Republican Party don't have more blacks is because the Republican Party makes it too comfortable for the KKK, neo-Nazis, Proud Boys, and all these other hate groups to be a part of their party. They make them comfortable. That's really the biggest reason why the Republican Party don't have more blacks, is because they welcome with open arms those hate groups. That's it. Trump is an uncivilized mutt. I still wouldn't vote for him because he's an uncivilized mutt. But other than that, let me tell you something, fam. What's gonna be, gonna be. It don't matter which one of them get in. They all, look, when the Republicans are doing certain things to block black people from having access to certain stuff, the Democrats right now are in power. What have they done to stop that from happening? You got a lot of schools that have taken out critical race theory. Joe Biden ain't signed not one executive order to keep critical race theory in the schools. He ain't signed one executive order. Not one. Not one. This is happening on the Democrats' watch. It's happening on the Democrats' watch. When every single time that something bad has happened, something atrocious has happened to black folks in this country, it's happened on the Republicans or the Democrats' watch. If the Republicans went in office and it happened, the Democrats watched them, let it happen. They let it happen. They didn't do nothing about it. When the Democrats went in office and it happened, the Republicans didn't do nothing about it. Well, some of y'all say, well, you know, the Republicans don't have to do nothing because we don't vote for them. Well, the Republicans can say, well, you know what? I'm going to do something about it to prove to you that I actually care about y'all more than this party over here. We're going to do something for y'all. We're going to actually do something to prove to you that we care. Why haven't they done that? Because they don't care. And they're both on the same team. They're both at the same table, man. They cutting these deals. When these deals get cut, when these backdoor deals get cut, when these laws get made, man, they both benefiting. They're not fighting for you. They're fighting for money and power. That's what they're fighting for. Money and power. Those seats, whether a Democrat or a Republican warm that seat up, municipalities and on a state level, Congress, it doesn't matter. Those seats wield the same amount of money, power, and influence, whether a Democrat is sitting in it or a Republican is sitting in it. So you tell me, what's the long wait for justice? What is the long wait for equality? Why is the wait so long? Because both of them are playing the game together, and their main priority is to get for themselves and maintain white supremacy. That's the goal. Let me be the president. I would have came in day one. Man, executive order. First and foremost, I would have gave police officers the death penalty for violating people's civil rights. When they kill somebody illegally, they'd be automatically up for the death penalty. They'll get the same thing that citizens get when citizens kill police officers. You know, when citizens kill police officers, one of their biggest deterrent is they know automatically they're going to, more than likely, if that state has the death penalty, they're going to qualify for the death penalty. They're going to seek the death penalty when you kill a police officer. They should seek the death penalty when the police kill us. Yeah, I'm busting heads. I'm stopping all of that. I'm stopping it in its tracks. I'm redirecting those funds that's going to these schools. They taking funds that are meant to go to the poor schools and sending them over to schools who have an abundance, have a surplus in money. They got a surplus. They don't even need the money, but they're making sure that the money go anywhere but to the schools that need them the most. Now, partner, I'm shutting all of that down. Shutting it down. Man, these people go to church together. They eat out together. They go to parties. They hunt together. They vacation together. They go to school together. They have sex together. They're all on the same team. They're in the same game. That's why ain't nothing changed. If the Democrats really, really, really wanted change, if they really, really wanted to stop the Republicans in their tracks, they could just go all the way out. And stuff would start changing just like that. They can go all the way out, but they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Now, don't get my words twisted, because I'm still ain't voting for Trump. Anybody but Trump. Having said all of that, it's still anybody but Trump. Anybody but Trump. I'll vote for Bozo the Clown before I vote for that sucker. I'll vote for Ned the Wino before I vote for him. I'll vote for Pee Wee Herman. Is it Pee Wee Herman or Pee Wee Herman? Pee Wee Herman. Yeah. I'll vote for Pee Wee Herman before I vote for that sucker. What I want to know is, for all the people saying, for the few people that do agree with Steve, that's telling Black people to stop asking for something for their vote. What I want to know is, why can't we demand something for our vote? The Asian community demanded something for their vote, and they got their hate bill before Black people got theirs, and we are the reason why they're over here. We made it safe for them to come here. We opened the door for immigration in America. All the social services they have, we opened the door for that. And many of them got the nerve to try to look down on Black folks. We fought all the battles. I say enough of this just falling in line. No policy, no vote. No tangibles, no vote. What I want to know is this, family. For anybody who think I'm being too critical, who hires someone to do a job with no expectations? Who does that? Okay, listen, man. I'm gonna hire you to come work at my company, and I'm gonna pay you. You really ain't got to do nothing. I'm gonna just give you some money because I'm feeling generous. Who does that? Who does that? I say have some balls and tell us what you gonna do. What you gonna do? And I get it. Some things, don't tell them nothing. Don't tell us nothing. If you got something good for us, don't tell us. You ain't got to tell us. Give us a wink, wink. Look, remember when she said, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something just for black people. I would have been like, watch me. I'm bad. Watch me. I might not tell you exactly what I'm going to do, but that's the last thing I would have said. Let me tell you something, fam. You know, all other vice presidents before Kamala had an opportunity to actually say those same words. I'm not going to just sit here and say I'm going to do something just for black folks. Variation of that word, that phrase, of those words, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm just going to do something for white folks. They didn't have to say it, they just did it. So Kamala could have kept those comments to herself, because really they were an insult. And I know those other VPs would not have dared insulted their constituency like that. What's understood ain't got to be said. She would have been better off not saying that at all. She should have just not even said it. And I kind of get where Steve Harvey was going with what he was saying. Y'all know what this is, man. Wink, wink, woo, 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 woo. But Steve just be sounding like a slave when he talk. Man, we black. Man, we can't just go up in there like that. We got the good. We black. Steve sounded like a slave. That conversation he had with Kamala reminded me of the conversation he had with Monique when he told Monique, "We black, man. We can't just be doing that, man. We can't be acting like we black. We black." This story came to my attention because I saw it on Dr. Boyce Watkins' Instagram page. And look, fam, it made a lot of sense. It made a lot of sense. How is it that we're not supposed to ask for something, but Kamala is asking for something? Imagine you having some type of power and somebody walk up to you and ask you for something. What are you going to be like? In your mind, you think, okay, what's in it for me? Voting is transactional. It's not gimme, 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 and you get nothing. Everybody wants something. Voting is not one-sided. It's transactional. You give me something, I'll give you something. But make no mistake, anybody but Trump. That's my time, family. I appreciate y'all joining the live. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Mike C., Yvette Bell, Kaya Michelle, Tracy Barcliffe, Gloria Brown. No more talk.